Nothing works, nobody knows anything, but I do.
Twinkle is a one-man play. I play a character called Harold. Harold is a pantomime dame. He's been a professional panto dame for, at least 40 years, something like that. And he's now reduced to playing second billing to a kind of talentless TV reality show star. And it's about what would it be like to be someone who spent your entire life at the top of your profession, a respected performer in that particular genre, to find yourself not only having to give way to, what he sees as a new generation of talentless newcomers, but also to see the very institution of pantomime itself being degraded and debased and eroded by, as he sees it, breaks with the traditional ways of doing things.
It's disgraceful. That's what it is. Disgraceful.
So Harold has lived almost his entire adult life with his partner, Eric, who we hear about in little snippets. And there is a great deal of pathos, but almost to the point of sentiment in places. But it's the way that it's woven into the story, and the way that you discover that Harold lost Eric is incredibly moving. There is some quite surprisingly hard-hitting stuff in the script about the fact that, for example, following the 1967 Sexual Offences Act, which partially decriminalised homosexual relationships, the key word there is partially, and what a lot of people don't realise is that there were a whole raft of other laws which weren't changed, and which the police, in their wisdom, decided to use in a much more draconian fashion than they had done before. And so, as Harold says in the play, a lot of people don't realise that arrests went up after the act was passed.
I've brought the full works with me for today. Widow Twanky will be making her first appearance for the season.
It's a very cleverly written piece, which encompasses so many factors, not just the story of the history of pantomime and how pantomime's changed, but how life for a lot of actors and a lot of other people, obviously it's not just actors, but people had to live their lives in this rather closeted way. We did get a very good reception and a very good, it was virtually full standing audience. People of a certain age, and my age if you like, who wouldn't have been aware of half that went on, were very, very sympathetic and were wanting to talk about it. They weren't embarrassed about it. People came, and these were people who weren't necessarily theatre people, they were audience people, that came to be entertained and informed. And I thought that was pretty tremendous, really, for a hard-hitting comedy. I mean, it is a comedy, and it runs the gamut, really, of emotions. But people were with it from the moment it started, and that was very gratifying.
Tonight is going to be spectacular.